Welcome back all to Kirby Air Riders. That's not the right window for me. Where's the correct window for me? There's the correct window for me. Alright. A couple things to go over here very quickly as we get started. First and foremost, the checklist. I have gotten one of these done. I don't know where it is. There it is, right there. Off screen, I've done this one, getting the awl placed at the very top of the halberd. When it says the very top, I do mean the very top. It doesn't mean like on the front where you land on it in the story mode. It appeared a couple of times, but I do want to go over the settings I used for this very quickly, because it seems like potentially, I'm not set on this, but it seems like potentially your settings might dictate what does and does not appear for events. So, what I had set was just 2 riders. Specifically, I was setting Rocky at a level 1 CP with a 4 on the handicap, so basically, very bad glider, very bad penalty, basically ensuring that by some miracle, which I don't think they would have anyway, but there was essentially no way possible for him to get the all at the top of the halberd. I set it for 5 minutes. 5 was what I saw online, and so 5 is what I went with. The stadium choice, I set to high jump only. This was the only thing I had on there, and it seemed to be, for whatever reason, something that would spawn the halberd more often, because it showed up. I think my 3rd attempt was the first successful one. I think the first one, if I remember correctly, it was pretty much right at the start, and so I did not have the capacity to even get to it, let alone actually manage to land on it. And then the second one, I was not able to hit the awl because I was busy looking for it, couldn't find it. And then on the 3rd and final one, I did actually manage to successfully get it. So, I set it to high jump. I put my character on his Meta Knight to give me a high glide ability. I don't know if the character would affect it. Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. But those are the settings I used. Everything else, the field events and field change are, of course, on. So that was what I did in order to get that off of the checklist. That is the only one on this checklist that I have picked up, though. A lot of these are kind of working together, with the exception of this one right here, hitting 3 riders with the Mega Cannon. I think I'd probably just end up getting a second player for this one, and maybe we'll work on this one in a little bit. I'm not completely set on what we're going to do today. So that leaves these remaining 3, which all kind of go together. 1 is experiencing all the field events. 2 is landing a successful attack on Dynablade's head, and I'm pretty sure that is the remaining field event that we do not have. So if we manage to land that attack on Dynablade's head, we're probably getting both of those. And by getting all the field events, we would also get all the Hydra parts X, Y, and Z, because we've gotten the other 2. So if we manage to have Dynablade appear and attack in the head, that's going to pop 3 out of the 4 achievements right then and there. Hopefully that will be the case today, but we're going to see how it goes. Secondly, I did pick up a few more online achievements, not too terribly much, but the reason that I picked them up by semi-accident is actually what I'm going to show here in a second, because it seems like people are having better luck with finding Dynablade in online mode, so we're going to see how that goes for a couple rounds. If I don't feel like we're getting anywhere, then we'll switch it up and we'll go to Top Ride instead. The last thing is, of course, because I was doing a lot of work off camera, I have a lot of money that I acquired off camera, so we're going to go ahead and grab the remaining things here. If we have the capacity to get it, then we will. Oh, that's nice. We're going to add more to that awful machine. There we go. Hopefully that'll default it to using that one in City Trial. All the effects, or all the quick spins rather, and then Underglow, we'll grab all of those. And that's all for machines, machine parts, and headwear. Now we move on to the license card. Sure, we probably won't technically have all of these, as we don't have all of the costumes. We're missing a Deroche, we're missing a Magalore, etc. So for now, I'm just going to leave those as they are. And now we're going to give this a try again. So, I'm actually going to go into this city trial, I think. So what we're going to do is you can go into online match, or you can go to here. I think it'll take you to the same spot. I don't believe it matters. We're going to see if it pops this. I'm not fully set that it will, even if Dynablade does show up, but we'll see. So we're going to go to Paddock. And create a room. I'm going to set it with a passcode. I already did this once, but I only did it once. It's just hanging out, max number 3, okay. Very quickly, so that nobody accidentally joins, I am going to switch to intermission here and just throw a number in. There you go. That was literally a full random number. It wasn't even like a 6-7 joke or anything, so there will be no way to catch that one, unfortunately, for y'all. Sorry. So we'll create a match in City Trial, just regular trial. Rule settings. I've got 3 riders. The CPU level 1 will fill those empty slots, so there'll be 2 AI riders for that. Stadium vote, yeah, you can vote on whatever. Any stadium is active. I'll bump the time up to 6 minutes, I think. And everything else we will keep the same. Machine Rider, I am going to stick to Meta Knight since he is a decent flyer. And there we go. So we'll do a couple rounds of this, see if Dynablade shows up. It did not. She did not. Dynablade is a female, but I'll probably be saying it. It did not show up the first time, but that was also only one attempt, and it was only 5 minutes. And given that there are 40 events total, I wouldn't expect it to show up in the first go-round, so maybe it will here. So basically, you're going to be seeing very similar to the exact same build that I was going for whenever I was waiting for the Halberd to appear, which is going for typically Paper Star. If I can find something else I like, great. If not, no big deal. But something glidey that controls pretty well. Oh, there goes the Shadow Star already. And there goes the Paper Star already. Nice. Actually managed to get it before it disappeared on me. So yeah, something glidey, either wing or paper. Dragoon, I guess, would also work, but, you know, potentially will not find that before Dynablade appears. And then just go for glide as much as you possibly can. A little bit of top speed. Oh gosh, not that much top speed. A little bit of top speed and a fair bit of turn as well. Looks like there's not any crystals or the statue down here this time. Oh, there we go. That's much better. I can control my car again. Hooray! I think we've seen this one a time or two, but yeah, just basically a little ramp in the middle instead of the crystals or whatever. If you do have a natural attacker, though, like Meta Knight or DDD or anybody like that, then this is a good area to farm for things early on. Glide. Yeah, for the time being, we'll just kind of play a couple rounds, see how it goes. If it does not show up, even if it does, and we manage to succeed it, then we'll move on to Top Ride for a little bit. See how it goes. This will probably not be too terribly long by comparison to other Air Riders that we've done, simply because I've got work tonight, so I have to at least attempt to get a little bit more sleep in. Schedule's kind of wonky right now for me. Destroy vacant machines, power up. Dragoon. Sorry, Shadow Star. Relatively easy to get rid of. Slick Star didn't give hardly anything, I guess. Even the game knew it was terrible. That's probably all we're manage to get before that event goes away. Yeah, sure enough. Send many of them into the stratosphere. Oh, I was gonna say, I thought I saw another Dragoon piece, but... I don't know if it just kind of went to a different spot. Flash would be like that. I think this is a good stopping point on top speed. It's Leo, which I'm not looking for. Online achievement right there. Think about strength rather than speed. Yes, also that did appear upside down. I saw a different event earlier also do that. It was Mark's boss fight one, which I didn't have set on. It didn't actually appear, but it was like you hear a clown laughing maniacally. And I thought, oh, well, for Mark's, maybe it did that on purpose, but now I'm not entirely certain anymore. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Who knows? Probably gonna get one more event, maybe. That's a lot of offense right here. Wow. Any other islands in the distance? Surprisingly, no. I don't see any. Lord of Rings. Now, I don't remember what all the online achievements I saw were, but I do know that there was one for ending City Trial in the air, so we'll try to make sure to get that one at the very least. Oh, you've got the last piece. There we go. Make a rider drop legendary parts to carry. There's also the Dragoon. I'm just going to sit up here and kind of wait for the timer to drop down to like 6 or so. There's no way it's going to stop gliding after just a few seconds. This is the Dragoon we're talking about here. Alright, what are our options? Stadium. Yeah, so this one is a tilt vote. Single race, Kirby melee, skydive, or button rush. Let's do single race, actually. I do agree that that's going to be the best one. I don't think melee or button rush would do very well with the Dragoon. Skydive might. Question mark. Maybe. I don't really know that one for sure, but I feel like it will do. The Dragoon will do very well by comparison to the other two that are shown here. The Swerve Star might do okay, but it's also just only a one-lap race. I can basically just hit every single wall, but just due to the insanely high top speed of this thing, it's ultimately not going to matter. It's going like 60 to 70 miles an hour. It's just far too fast. Like, I can barely control this thing. Yeah, needless to say, based on the yardage, I think this one is safe to put in the deep freeze. So yeah, here's the thing. I don't know if doing something on City Trial will count towards the online, the City Trial, or both. What I do know is that not all online things are specifically City Trial. Like this one, for example. This is an air ride online mode. So some of these, yeah, you could just, like, easily set up CPU. So we're kind of playing this by ear, where I'll look for other stuff to do while we're potentially waiting for things to happen. So this one's wait for the UFO. Oh, this is an air ride one. Pass through a dash ring or riding on a bike type machine. We could try that. I think there's only one that's high enough, but we could absolutely do that. Where is... Oh, never mind. You can see the passcode. Whoops. Oh, well. Where's the option to change the music? Since it did mention that. Here it is. Probably have to show up after the fact, but that's okay. Yep, keep the match or the settings the same. And there we go. I'll take that Shadow Star out of the gate, but I do need a bike for that achievement, so... Nope, that's not yours. You may not have it. Now, I did say a bike, so I don't know if the wheelie scooter is going to count on that. It might have to be wheelie bike or Rex wheelie. I'm not sure. Stats before it's any good regardless. Those are now lined with items. Alright, well, let's go crazy on those. It is worth noting that destroying those little popsicle sticks or whatever, like with the crystals and stuff, do not always, but sometimes can drop items. The damaged Coliseum area where you can destroy the walls there is similar in this fact. I am aware I could get off the rails to grab those, but I'd rather grab the ones on the rails first, yeah, because this event does not last a very long time. It's also worth noting you can't pause on this even if you are only playing against the CPUs. Check the garage area since I've not been seeing a lot of bikes. There's a Rex wheelie, but if a short race is about to start, I don't want to be using that, so I'm gonna do that when I pass. I don't care which side you go on, just as long as you can get there. Nope, not like that, you're not. Alright, well. Wow, no one showed up to either that or it just didn't automatically go. Because technically multiple CPUs could be racing. So either both of them are racing or neither of them are racing. And based on the fact I don't see anybody, they're probably both racing. Take advantage and get that. Get over that tiny little ramp. There you go. I'm gonna see if wheelie scooter is gonna count for this, because I know technically it's not a bike, it's a scooter, but it might still allow it. There's a bike. Alright, cool. So now that we've activated our special without meaning to, we're going to wait for that to go away. know this will count as a bike. I think that one over there might be our best bet. No, that's not really going to cut it. Probably a spot. More Krakow. Just gonna get rid of Wheel. Sure, you can go play with that. Okay, fighter, get rid of fighter. There we go. There we go. Got Dragoon back again. I don't really care about Hydra, so I'm not going to be looking for that piece. And if there ends up being like a, hey, oh, give up one legendary vehicle for another one on the online thing, well, then oh well, we'll do it at another point. Like I said, most of the online ones seem to be pretty freaking easy. Coupled with the fact that, again, there's no big unlocks, there's no character unlocks, no event unlocks, no you can now use this machine unlocks, and it appears to all be stickers, titles, things like that. Nice.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time!
Alright, I got a couple of those, so we'll look for something else on the board. That is one of the upsides of having the more empty boards. You can just kind of look for much easier stuff as opposed to our actual city trial board, where it's kind of just a case of waiting. Epium Gauntlet probably is our best bet here. Dust Up Derby, Gourmet Race, and Versus Boss are all going to be ones you need something with a little bit more control. Though I do definitely think, at least in terms of Gourmet Race and probably Dust Up Derby, you're going to have a very good advantage on that. And the boss fight, even if you can't win, there's a good chance you'll be the last one left alive, if nothing else. Didn't even have to try. Oh, and in case anyone was wondering on the, oh, Scarfy's still racing. In case anyone was wondering on the getting through without boosting or getting hit by anything, the Dragoon was not what I used. It was the Paper Star. It was what I had already been using. So yeah, we gotta wait for that one. That's Air Ride, Air Ride. This is just spending minutes in the paddocks. Yeah, if Air Glider shows up, we could do that. I'll try to get different things here. Missile and Drill are what I don't have there. Okay. Of course, these are just online in general. You could do this in race. You could do this in top-down, whatever. That's a Team Relay Air Ride. We'll get that one. That's Opening the Paddock. That's Air Ride. Play City Trial 15 times, we'll get that one. Distance Travel, we'll get that one. Gummies in Play. A lot of these just come naturally, as you can clearly see. This just says Battle Marks. It doesn't even say Defeat Marks, just Battle him. Exceed 50 points in Dust Up Derby and Big Battle. I'm guessing that's total. Sure, Boxel Energy Tanks are running amok. Fall asleep in a paddock. Nice. Could probably do that one. Hide above the lamp. I'm curious about that. Where's Hide above the lamp on here? assuming somebody just tried to run their garbage disposal and failed. Oh yeah, I think it even said nice hiding out here. Can you check your... There's the fall asleep thing. You can't check your stats on here. Not actually sure. Yeah, whoever's messing with their garbage disposal, you need to stop that. It's not working, clearly. That's probably what happens when you stuff a bunch of grease down the drain for 5 years. Oddly enough, things don't tend to work too terribly well. Yeah, we'll keep the settings the same, and I'll just try to find drill and jet, I think, were the two. It's a bit of a shame you can't see the settings in there, but also we're getting closer to 1 point just by doing City Trial again, since there was do 15 times of this. So the good news is if you don't actually want to compete against other actual players, it looks like you can also just do this, and then you don't have to worry about even that much. And let's be honest, it's going to be easier to defeat the CPUs rather than actual humans, because the AI doesn't always know what they're doing. I do believe there was one for, like, destroy 30 boxes in one match, but I also think that would be easier if you could get the event of, like, oh, there's a bunch of rare boxes, or cracked boxes are everywhere, or boxes are falling from the sky. Any of those would make this much, much easier. And, of course, setting your time to maximum of 7 minutes rather than 6 is going to help with that, too. There's drill. Goes. I didn't need it. Cash sends massively increased in numbers. That basically does not mean anything for me. Other than I might randomly get boosted at some point when I didn't want to. But for now, we're just gonna ignore all that. I did say to break one of these. No, didn't get it in time. You'd think smashing into it at an incredibly high velocity would be enough, but no, I guess it doesn't take that into account. It's probably based on your offense stat. Drill again, which I still don't need. I do believe it is just jet now. Thought I saw another piece, I guess not. You fly far, farther, farther. Farther and mother. Sure, I'll hang on to Cutter for a minute. Like I said, sometimes those things will give you items, but not always. Room open. And as we have already discussed now, because we know, ooh, lots of health. For Paper Star, absolutely. When it says a secret room opened, it actually means all of the secret rooms are opened. It's only showing one on the map, but you can actually get into all of them. And to answer the other question you were thinking, do you need the achievement of get into every secret room, do you have to do them all in one hit? No, you do not do them all in one hit. was missing was the one in the crystal room that I just got here. Go check out the other ones and see if there's anything in them, but I'm going to assume probably not by this point. Let's see, there's one up here. It's got a bunch of defense in it. There's the one that is tucked away in here. That one appears to have already gotten ransacked. There's the one over by the pirate ship, which it looks like somebody was just near, so that might be empty as well. Yep, sure is. I think that's all of them. I think we've shown them all now. Controls have flipped. Oh, great. I'm trying to destroy boxes here. Now I gotta fight the controls a little bit. Okay, good. That's gone. That was a pain in the butt. I just need to destroy them. I don't have to pick up what's inside. It is a bit of a risk, but let's check the back cave. Only the one, huh? Oh well. Yeah, dude, it's not gonna work. You've already tried it like 4 times. The garbage disposal is not going to work. Revenge for all the abuse you've put on it over the years.
4, 3, 2.
Hey, there we go. Oh, it's 20 in a single match, not 30. Unless there was one that said 30. But we got it right at the end, and that's the important thing. All those defenses, all just right in a line like that. Nice. It's a bunch of health ones, too, though, to be fair. That was also one of the ones I picked up. Let's see. Button Rush, Big Battle, Air Glider. There was one for Air Glider of launching a certain distance, I think. So, we'll go for that one. I don't think I had like a ton of glide, but I do have Meta Knight and a Paper Star, and both of those are going to be a pretty good combination. Better than a freaking tank with Rocky, and I can't tell what Marks has. Oh, Jet Star. Okay.
3, 2, 1, go!
Well, Marks is going to have a chance, but Rocky is just toast. He's got literally no shot. There's nothing he can do. Go figure, we finally get Air Glider on the first one I do today that we're not using Dragoon, but oh well, it's not that big of a deal. We're still easily gonna win this one. I'm gonna guess probably like, let's say, just shy of 1,000? Nope, over 1,000, okay. 1,245.4 yards. That should be enough across those two, because I think it said just collectively. It probably means you can do it at any point. You could add up like 30 yards each time if you really wanted to, but that should probably be enough for that singular one, I think, based on what was left. Yeah. Alright, cool. So yeah, that one. I'm kind of start from the bottom here. Oh, change the music 5 times, okay. Activate 4 different rider specials. 15 kinds of enemies. I'd probably just do a race for that one, honestly. I think that would be the easiest way. Missile, that was the one I didn't have, okay. I don't recall ever seeing that icon. I actually don't know where Missile is. That could be in race or top-down, though, because it's just online in general. It's not Air Ride specifically. That's Team Relay. I'm going to try to focus on Air Ride. Complete all courses without falling off a cliff. Okay. That one's just distance. That one's just playing. Trying to go, again, specifically for city travel. Seed 50 points in Dust Up Derby and Big Battle. Alright. Battle marks. Land an attack on Grand Wheelie. Walk around 110 yards. I can do that pretty shortly here. Swap to vacant machines 30 times. Well, I'm going to be doing that in the next one because I'm not going to be keeping the compact star. Destroy an exploding box without getting caught in its blast. That's easy enough. You could just use Cutter or the windshield wiper thing or whatever. Use an emote in a paddock. I can do that. Stand on top of the monitor. Could do that. Battle Nightmare. See what I mean about none of these being hard? Like, the other ones were like, oh, you have to defeat Marks and get the final blow. This one's like, no, just fight him. You don't even have to win. Hit a rider with a homing bomb. Defeat a rider by using fireworks. Defeat a rider with a windshield wiper. That's air ride. Destroy every kind of box in a single match. That depends on what it means by every kind of box. Does that mean... Because I think green, blue, red, the rare ones, is that counting... the explosive one probably as well, but is that counting fakes? Because if that's counting, like, the fake ones, that'd be kind of hard. Win versus boss 2 different times. Finish in third or better around... Oh, maybe I won't swat off of the compact star then. That's top ride. Launch 3 different cannons in a single match. Yeah, I'm going to walk around for a second here, and I think go on top of the monitor was the other one. I don't know if it meant these or what. Maybe not those, because there's another one over here. Walk around for a split second here. Change the music. We don't get to hear the top down that much, seeing as I've yet to touch that mode. That should be a few of them there. I wonder if you could do the team battle and literally just have it be a 1v1. Probably could, honestly. Because, I mean, that is a team of one. They say there's no I in team, but there absolutely is, let's be real. Anybody that's worked in a job with incompetent people knows this. Also, even if you haven't worked a job, if you've worked a group project in school with somebody that did nothing, you know for a fact there can be an I in team.
3, 2, 1, start!
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep compact for this one, specifically because I think that will be, quote-unquote, more difficult than swapping the machine at any point, since we're just going to do that naturally anyway. Maybe I'll try to destroy one of every box type, if I can find one of every box type. Boxes are raining down somewhere. Oh, well, that was good timing on that, huh? I got a blue one destroyed, but I'll destroy it anyway. This power up here. Green. Red. It's going to be mad at me for doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Where's that explosive one? There we go. Destroying a building while large. Let's do that real quick. I'm going to assume that's all the box types except for the rare one. Oh, land a hit on Grand Wheelie was one of them. Hi! In case those previous ones didn't count for whatever reason. Chance I can find an ability. Gonna destroy that box without touching it, but oh well. Let's do this instead. Defeating a boss was on that list or not, but either way. For that. Like, oh, be all three different sizes, normal, large, and tiny. The Bat Cave's not a bad spot to check for rare boxes. Every now and again it'll pop one in there. Nope, just a couple turns and some fire. Is, though, I did see if there's a cannon on this island. Oh, right, I'm stuck on the compact star. I can't fly that far. I thought I was on paper, but nope. Paper would have been able to easily make that. I'm going to say that would be a good opportunity for getting the 3 cannons. Because the pirate ship's got 2, so you just need to find one more that's on one of the islands. And probably about half of them have them.
3, 2, 1, start!
I'm taking the sword. This is now mine. Actually, we've proven that as much as I dislike drill, the drill's pretty good for this. I was gonna say, I don't think the other one was still alive, but nope, he was not. We'll give it a shot here. Of course. Oh, at least we can make it back. Rail, I thought that was on the ground. That was in the air.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, time!
Alright. So Dust Up Derby and Big Battle are the ones we're looking for. Let's see what you've got.
Stadium!
I don't see either of those. Might be something in Kirby Melee, though. So we'll do Melee. Yeah, that's... I was gonna say, I think I remember seeing the monochrome Magolor in the demo, so that must be the other Magolor I don't have that's in top-down somewhere. actually gonna intentionally, excuse me, I'm gonna intentionally not keep copy abilities. Because it did say defeat, like, different types of enemies here. And there probably are at least a few I don't have in here. I thought I saw a steel ball, but maybe that was wheel, or maybe it just got destroyed. Oh, nice. Right in between the two infamous numbers. How beautiful. What they get, like... Oh, they actually did okay. I was gonna say, what they get, like, 5 and 2 or something. Jeez. Alright, well, that definitely unlocked more. Yeah, I could try to do that one, but I would have to, like, either have that event occur or find one of the batteries myself. So I'll keep it in the back of my mind, but I'm not going to go out of my way to look for that one. UFO we have to wait for. We'll just kind of get this one naturally, I think. Still need to find missile, but again, I don't know if I can find that in City Trial. I could swap out Meta Knight to activate a different special, so maybe I'll do that. Race on different courses in single race, I could do that. Though I think that was... No, that was City Trial Stadium, okay. Stadium contest, that's kind of a cool license card. Swap to vacant machines. We'll do that literally this round because that's an easy one to do. We'll use an emote as well. Peter Rida and just oh, that's team battle. That's why I was about to say I could have sworn I did that, but no, that was team battle. Rider with a homing bomb. Yeah, maybe we'll try for that one. Maybe I'll see if I can make a decent flying machine here and look for an island with a cannon on it. Lamp right here. This one I can get on top of. I don't know if it's one of the other ones, though. Not entirely sure on that. Alright, there we go. There's that one done. Somebody I'm sure probably the two I've used for specials are probably Kirby and Meta Knight, so we'll swap over to good old Hat Mouse. That's the wrong franchise, but it's fine. Will that Shadow Star manage to stay there in the time it takes for me to get over the 50 yards? Let's find out. Look at that, it did.
Shadow Star.
Also, the achievement didn't pop. That's a bit worrying. Let me try again.
Wheelie bike. Shadow Star.
Yeah, it probably will at the end. There's not 50 different types of machines, so it can't even be like 50 different types. And even if there were, I've already collected them all and already used them all, so... Even the Gigantus.
Jet.
Riders have to be nearby. Rush to the portals. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Alright, we'll hurry to the portals then. That's it for the portals. That's a very short-lived event. Gives you a lot of good stuff, but if you're not there quickly, it's just kind of like, well, too late for you. You gotta be on freaking top of it. I don't think that's gonna cut the mustard, I'm afraid. Simple round course of approaches. That's probably oval circuit. So bad with these keys and treasure chests. I can't get around the corner. Key. Chest is relatively easy to reach. Key. Yeah, there was no way I could have gotten that in time, unfortunately. I think even if I knew where the chest was, it would have been too late. I attacked him with one, but I didn't manage to defeat him. But I don't want them to have Leo either. Explosive boxes nearby. That would have worked. That was worth a shot. Wow, a Slick Star, thanks.
Slick Star.
We should celebrate getting that Slick Star by finding literally anything else. Yeah, the fact that the game's trying to keep me on this is getting a bit worrying. I'd really rather not.
Wagon Star. Wing Star.
Work with Wing Star at the very least.
Shadow
Okay,
Star.
this is better.
Five, four, three,
I
two.
don't even see where the AI is. Oh well. Oh, somebody made the mistake of walking by the door. We really should just put some tape over that, some police line tape, and be like, yeah, don't go through here. Yep, there's oval circuit. Yeah, we'll do oval circuit, why not? I don't think that technically counts as one of the go through a race course without falling off. I don't think oval circuit's part of that. I think it's something separate by itself. At least I'm pretty sure it is.
3, 2, 1, go!
Shouldn't get too terribly difficult either way, though.
Final lap.
I say Mike. Nope, Needle.
Finish.
Alright, did we get to the switch machine 30 time? Yeah. Like and subscribe, I think, was one of those. Nice. Oh yeah, I didn't activate DeRocha's special. I guess we'll keep that on then. Race on 5 different courses. See, I might switch to a, making only race courses appear. Rule settings. Active stadiums. Just single race. I'll keep boss battle on too, since one of them was fight marks. So if that one comes up, then we can also do that. And this time I will actually remember to use my special when I have it. And then we'll just pick somebody else at random, like Rocky or somebody. Get that fourth one.
3, 2, 1, start.
The bikes? No, won't have used in a bit. So sure, we'll go with the wheelie bike.
Wheelie bike.
Or that said, I don't know, maybe a bike. Oh hey, there's Dynablade. I need a better vehicle to fight Dynablade with. There was a Paper Star over here at one point. It's probably gone now. Oh, this is going to be rough, because I've got to get the Paper Star, get back, and hit it in the head. Oh, right, and the controls are going to be bad, too. There we go.
Paper Star.
Hi, Dynablade. Happens so early, I don't think there's any feasible way to get to her easily, if at all. So we can play with that. There's one for attacking her, sure, but Yeah, I don't have enough height. There's just no way right now. Like, those are my stats. They're much too low. The race just started, so yeah, there was no way. Well, the good news is we will see if that crosses off on actual city trial boxes, and if it doesn't, then we can switch to top-down. I think it will, though, because it mentioned, like, getting all the parts on the checklist for the Hydra, which was also one on there, so I'm willing to bet it probably did. So it should just be down to hit Hydra in the head, or hit Hydra in the head, hit Dynablade in the head, and hit Dynablade in the head and hit 3 people with a cannon, with the Mega Cannon. Those should be the only ones left. Speaking of Mega Cannon, we have a chance in race, but we can try. Well, Wingstar's not too terribly fast. The Warp Star is going to have the best shot here, though I think it might be the one that's on its last legs sitting next to me.
3, 2, 1, start!
Yeah, it totally is. If only those events could have happened in reverse order, I definitely could have hit Dynablade now with all those extra boosts. Bye, Wagon Star. Bye, Wagon Star. Nearby. Almost got him with it. Though what I should be focusing on is trying to get to an island with a cannon. Let's do this real quick since I'm already here. Yeah, if you need 3 cannons, there's 1. Hello? Thank you. There's 2. I have 1. I don't have time for rare boxes if I'm going to try to go for a cannon on each one, sorry. Given how far away this one is, there's a good shot it's got a cannon. It probably has a plus all on it as well. If it does. Grab all those. There we go. Now about those rare boxes, if they're still here. Gone now, though. Yeah, I think for defeating enemies with Firecracker or hitting them with the robot thing or whatever, that's probably best suited to have a player 2 for.
4, 3, 2, 1, time!
Alright, if I see versus Marks, I'll probably go and fight him. I think Nightmare was also on there as well. And given those 2 are, it wouldn't be a stretch to think that the remaining ones would also be there, and I just can't see them on the thing yet. So I'm going to assume that there is, actually, and choose 02. Or whatever this guy's name is, I don't remember. Yeah, it is 02. Nice. Yep, sure enough, there's one just for battling him. Quickly. Oh, I don't think I can do that from here. Oh, maybe I can. There we go. Free steer. Everybody back, though I think I'm the only one left. And that would be end. Oh no, I was actually the first one out. Well, even despite that, I still got more than double they did. And it's just fighting them, not actually beating them. So you can get multiples across. Okay, cool. The Hydra is now available for free run and time attack. Yep, so that just leaves the cannon, and then actually managing to hit Dynablade in the head, and that is it. So Dynablade needs to appear, and that one, like, yeah, that is almost assuredly just plugging in other controllers and then getting lucky with the Mega Cannon appearing, I think. Let's see. What can I do in the actual city and not the stadium stuff? Most of these are hitting riders. That was top ride. Every kind of box. We'll try to go for every kind of box again, but again, the focus should be Dynablade if it appears. Also because I got DeRoach's special used. Switch to another character. Let's do Magalore. It's the one we've had for the least amount of time, so makes sense we show him off. I figure I can check messages while this is all going on.
3, 2, 1, start!
Might actually have an important one here. Oh, no, that one's not super important. Like, not right the second important. Alright, sure, we can switch to Jet, but I want this. This is nice, but I want this. Or, but I like this, rather. I do genuinely like the Paper Star. If you're going for, like, a non-battle star, this is a great one. There's the ground slippery. I saw this one off camera too, but I'm still not convinced this was one of the ones I was missing. I think it might have been... It was either Halberd and Dynablade or this and Dynablade, but either way. That might actually connect. Or it can disappear into wherever it went. Dang it, I actually could have used that health, man. Come on. Oh, well, Magalore doesn't have a natural attack. Ooh, give me that. Give me that. There we go. Destroy an exploding box without getting caught in its blast. Robot's engine rumbles. That's probably Robo Deity. There we go. I have time to respond to it. Oh, hello. Trying to attack me with that, huh? Going for Leo. It's fine, go for Leo if you want. I'm not worried about it. Okay, we got those. Let's go back to those treasure stars. Definitely in the air. Kind of. Oh, it's right here. Look at all that weight. My gosh. Maybe that one will connect. I don't know if they walk in a straight line or if they, like, they're supposed to target somebody when they get close. That one acted like it did, even though it wasn't who I threw it at, but whatever. Oh, no, it did get him. Cool. Rider with the homing bomb. That's going to hit a lot of things, apparently. The main bomb. Unfortunately, now I'm going to be a target because I'm holding the remaining piece of Leo that rider needs. Oh, he only has one piece. I thought he had two. My mistake. Yeah, I need to hit a green box if I can find one because I think that's the only type I have not destroyed this round. I am just intentionally looking around for them. Coming, alright, to the bat cave then. Nope, I want to go here. Actually, I think this is where I meant to go. Looks like there's only one way out of here, but this is probably a pretty decently safe spot from the meteors. So. Is this gonna just keep going? There we go. Big one. That's a good example. Find any green boxes. It's all blues and reds.
Five, four, three, two, one. Time.
No, never saw any green ones there, honestly. Unless I unlocked that one naturally, I didn't count. There might have been another box type, but I assume it's probably explosive, rare, green, blue, red would be my guess. The only one I did not destroy there was... Yeah, that's fine. The only one I did not destroy there was green. I'm very sure I broke a red and a blue. I'm sure I broke a red. Obviously, I broke the explosive because I got the achievement tied to it, so I think that would have been the only one I would have missed. Unless I destroyed one really early and just completely forgot about it.
3, 2, 1, go!
There's Battle Nightmare. Fine, he can't be any worse than Soul Calibur 2's Nightmare, right? Well, maybe if attacks go through him, that might make him harder than actual Nightmare. So this Nightmare can be damaged. ability on? Ah, I had an ability on. That's why you wouldn't let me pick that up. Well, I can say I scored the most points, that's for sure. Especially since Meta Knight got KO'd about a minute into the match. 15 yikes. Though I will say in his defense, that is not a star built for a boss fight, so I'll give him that at least. We got most of these visible now. There's what, like 3, there's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 that are not visible. So, nearly there. Are there any with a randomly selected rider? But that's on Air Ride. I was going to say, is there just anything like around these that I can do that are on City Trial? I'll try that team battle one, though, and see if I can do a 1v1, and then I could do the legendary machine there. Attack a rider and remove their copy ability. I forget how you remove their copy ability. You have to steal it with DeRoach? Is that what it's referring to? Yeah, I think we'll just focus on the races now. Off.
Meta Knight.
There we go. Alright, so now we're, at this point, we're basically just hunting for Dynablade. I'll try to do the destroy every box once, though.
3, 2, 1, start!
Oh, that's just an effect on the Warp Star. I forgot I added that. I was like, how is that one almost already dead when the thing literally just began? Paper one over there if it's still there by the time I can get there.
Paper Star!
Okay. Let's just look for the other 2 box types for the time being. I'll still destroy now, I find, obviously, for power-ups. Sorry about the special machines, or special formation, rather. The machines aren't special. If anything, most times I see them, they're usually the stars that I tend to not use because they're bad. There's a red box over there, if that can stay on the field. Good. Here. Defense. Multicolored crystal shimmer. I do need to destroy one of these, so. That risk of losing my machine. Yep, I am going to do that. That's not a lot of health, but it's better than what I was at. Okay, perfect. We'll throw that off the side. Check the back cave. Should just leave rare boxes and excuse me. Just leave rare and green for box colors. Ben textile items. That's great, but I'm kind of more focused on this. Someone's going vroom vroom outside. There's a rare one. Hey, there we go. That is just rare kind of box. Also, screw that guy. All those power-ups and not a single piece of health, which is what I actually needed. Oh, there we go. Saved by the Coca-Cola. Hashtag not a sponsor. About to go up here and see if I could find any on the area up here, but I guess that was not necessary, though it would have been a correct place to go. Coca-Cola and cabbage, or lettuce, whatever that was. Either way, not a good combination. Blade does appear. We've got the glide now.
Sword.
If there's any riders near me. Nope, just a bunch of cracked boxes all over the place. Oh, hello. This is going to get wildly out of hand after I get back down to normal size here. Moment other than waiting for Dynablade if it will show up, and potentially keeping the last part of the Hydra out of the other player's hands.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time!
Well, I managed to keep that last piece out of his hands, so we're good on that. Luckily, I think these do keep track of which races you have and have not done. We have not done any in this mode. So it didn't matter if it was going to force us into this or if we were going to get to pick one at random. Or it's semi-random, I guess, since it spawns in 4.
3, 2, 1, go!
I didn't think we had to win. I think it was just don't fall off the map, which, since we got past that beginning part, I think we're basically okay. Since I've done air ride a ton, I recognize at least the basic layout of most of these courses. If by some miracle they manage to catch us, which is not going to happen, let's be honest, but even if they could, I don't think it mentioned winning, I think it just said don't fall off. Sweet. I don't think that was hiding any particular ones. Yes, where was it? Yeah, complete all courses falling off the cliff. So yeah, it'll tell you... Though it doesn't there, is it? Oh, it's on online air ride. That's why. Okay, never mind then. My mistake. So are there any city trial ones I feel like are not random or having to destroy destroy somebody else that would be easier to do with a second player? Yeah, we could put on Dust Up Derby and Big Battle. I'd probably rather do Dust Up Derby personally, but technically could do either. Finish without reversing at all? Who's reversing in Top Ride? What are you doing? Yeah, I think most of these are going to be Dust Up Derby and Big Battle stuff then. Because all the, like, these ones in here would all be ones I would put in a second player for. Let's see if we can make a team battle one appear, though. If we could just do a 1v1 with me against the CPU and count that as 2 teams of 1. Yeah, totally can. You can do a 1v1. Let's turn Team Attack on. I feel like that'll be very important. Just kidding. Stadiums, Big Battle, and Dust Up Derby. I think I'm actually just going to keep Dust Up Derby on. I don't really want to do Big Battle. As I mentioned, that's probably my least favorite mode. And as it mentioned, collecting... There we go. As it mentioned, collecting the legendary parts is the go-to here. I love Dynablade's more or less likely the same to appear in Team Battle. But oh well.
Paper Star.
There's a Paper Star. Probably one of the songs I like more in this game. I don't really have any I hate, but this one's really good. Oh, those are falling from the sky. As they oft tend to do. Normally that's said as a joke, but seeing as it's happened like twice in the last 3 stadiums, apparently it is oft happened. Wanted to get in the garage that way, because it sure ain't happening now. The control's power will be closer to victory. Interesting way to say Dust Up Derby, but okay.
Shadow Star.
I think we're good enough on Glide now to... Yeah, it should be good enough.
Sword.
Oh nice, the unidentified pillars, okay. This a bunch. Seems we got some of those, but I got the high bulk of them, so that's the big thing. I'm gonna risk it, I know. Just have to find a box in order to be able to destroy it. Oh, that's already gone. Go figure the one time that I'm like, hey, I actually want to grab this so I can do this achievement thing, and then there's no boxes nearby. Any legendary parts. Looking like a no. I think it's just not spawning one in this time around. We could check for the super rare island. There is an island. We never saw that one on stream. I think it was one of the only ones I didn't have. Kirby, but there is an island that can appear that will have 3 legendary machine parts, and it's always the same, not the same machine, but it will always be like 3 matching ones, so 3 of Leo, 3 of Dragoon, 3 of Hydra, whatever. So, provided you bother to get all 3, which seeing as they're all right there.
3, 2, 1, start!
So, provided that you get all of them, then you should automatically have a legendary part. There we go. We're right around a Dust Up Derby team battle. Team Red soundly defeated Team Blue. I mean, it was a 1v1. It was either going to be soundly defeated on one side, on the other, or a draw. About those islands. Anything? Yeah, there is one. This one's probably the most boring one, but it is here. This one's basically like a little straightaway maze is not the right word. Maze would imply you can get lost in there, but not really. The point is, you can only exit through one way. That screwed me on an earlier challenge where something appeared and I tried to leave the island and then couldn't. Not quickly, anyway. See how many times I can blow up the vehicle on Dust Up Derby here. Right, I keep hitting A expecting it to progress, but since it's online, it's technically quote-unquote making sure everyone is connected, which since it's just me and an AI... Ouch. That's gotta hurt. Is this kind of mean? Yeah, a little, but also... We're just going for the 50 kills and we're not going to get it across one round. I don't think that would actually be possible. Oh, you're actually invincible in Steel Ball, okay. That cutter definitely connected at least once. Get out of that. Okay, come on. This is taking way too... Can we get out of there? Thank you. Sometime before I turn 35.
Oh, thank you for spawning something right where I was going to respawn in an attempt to kill me. That's great. I definitely could have gotten one more kill, but nope. I think the game realized I was being mean and was like, you know, we're gonna start throwing stuff at you, because you seem to be a little mean here. Oh, right, win a team battle. We already had some of those from the other parts of the online. I forgot about that. Tech 4 riders in a single race. Activate special 3 times in a single race? That seems difficult to do. Yeah, we'll do the collect and hold the legendary machine, I think. And then where was that other one? Oh, I hadn't battled Marks yet. Oops. Oh well, not a big deal. Either we do this one and then Marks, or Marks and then that one. Really makes no difference. Alright, let's roll. Jesus, I can't believe I was saying this in December 7th, but I think I might need to turn the AC on. It's getting hot in here. The heater's not set to anything high, and I think I turned the AC on yesterday, or turned the heater down, one of the two. Because we kind of got past our last spell, and I use that term loosely, of having a cold front. It only lasted for like 2 days. Back to how it's been this week, which is, the last week, which was basically mid to high 60s, sometimes low 60s. But like, hey, for December, that's pretty dang good. Well, if you prefer warm weather. If you prefer cold weather, that's terrible, but... Spawn covered the area. It's amazing how long that one took to appear, and then, like, just the floodgates were opened all of a sudden. Like, once it happened once, it just kept happening over and over again. Destroy the rainforest. Even though it's just a regular forest, still. Just because this is a Kirby game doesn't mean we need to care about the environment. I'm joking, by the way. Please take care of the environment. Batcave, I suppose. No doubt, always check the Batcave. One time you don't, that's going to be the item you're looking for, is going to be in there. Oh, 1, that's why. So I thought I would have gone a little bit farther, but now with a glide of 1, that's about what I should be getting. Come on, down there. There you go. luck in finding glide on this one. I got strength other than speed. I wouldn't worry about that. I think we're doing fine. Yeah, on offense, we're fine. Almost wondering if I need to have it be more than a 1v1 for the legendary parts to show up, because they were showing up like crazy, and then the minute I changed it to teams with 1v1, now we've not seen any parts, like let alone a whole one be done. Me gun off the map. That. There we go. And despite that, I still don't think there were any glides in there. If there were only like one. Nope, I lost some when I fell off, so I actually only have one glide now. Find a piece now would be too late. Which is why there's gonna be one in this box. Nope, never mind, just a bomb. Well, offense is now maxed, so if anyone was worried about that, I think we can alleviate your worries. Probably also question why you were worried in the first place.
4, 3, 2, 1, time!
Alright, now I can get rid of that. There we go. 18 health and 1 glide. What is this build? Oh well, it's not really important. Glide, that is.
3, 2, 1, go! Plasma!
Take fire. I think fire is going to be more reliable than plasma will here.
Fighter!
Or fighter, either one. Oh, you can do that in the stadium too. Okay, cool, that works. Yeah, that would be a lot more doable than trying to do it in City Trial where you've got a huge arena or whatever.
Fighter! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
One more for good luck. That's what, 8, I think? I just kind of glanced at it. I like how it made it look like it was close, even though the point difference was much higher than that. Oh, 9. 9 kills, there you go. So apparently each kill was worth 0.9 according to the game, even though we know that's not true. if you're wondering how it ranks these point value wise, it's just like the highest placing person on a team gets 100, the second highest gets 90, and so on down the line. So since there's only 2 people competing, it will only give 90 or 100. Alright, very quickly, like I said, I am going to go turn the AC on since it's getting a little warm in here, and then I will be right back. Alright, there we go, that's much better. Yeah, I had it set to heat, and I had it set to where it should be averaging about 70, and it's about 75, so that's probably why it felt warm. Granted, I did have the oven on earlier, but I can see it from here, and it was very clearly off, so... And it's been a bit since it was on, so I'm surprised it was that crazy. Let's give it one more try as it is. If we don't see Dynablade or any legendary team parts, I will bump it back to just being individual players. Because I would assume that that means Dynablade can't show up on this. It probably can, honestly.
3, 2, 1, start!
But the other more likely thing is that you can't get legendary parts if it's a 1v1, even if it is teams. Since the game still hasn't been out that long, at some point I'm sure we'll figure out what... Sure, we can do that. Figure out what conditions have to be met for certain things to occur. Away it goes. Which machine's gathered in the parking lot? Ah, okay, good.
Formula Star! Paper Star!
That's what I want. Control, good glide, pretty decent speed.
Sword!
I think I was being followed by that police bot thing, but it looks like it got stuck on a tree. That's funny. But that also does mean that probably, yeah, will drop more because they tend to when they get changed for any reason.
Oh wait, there's a rare box.
Dragoon.
So we got potential for one then, because Dragoon is now on the board. There's part 2, just in the middle of the ground. The AI does not have a piece, or have the third piece. The third piece is not, at least as of right now, just out in the middle of the field. Check the Batcave. It's a Rex Wheelie that was in the process of disappearing. That's the UFO. We do need to get that. Cool, got that. Still don't have it. Unless I picked up a piece of the Hydra at some point. I have no recollection of doing that, but I guess I did. Helpful. Landed on that, I would have fallen off. That's a Hydra piece. Oh, that sucks. Excuse me? Oh, what? Oh, it put me on the wagon stuff. I tried to get rid of Wheel, and then right before I got rid of Wheel, it threw me onto the wagon star, turned Wheel back on so I couldn't get back. Oh, that's cheap. That is so cheap. Like, Wagon Star would do okay in a dust-up derby, but not compared to the Shadow Star.
3, 2, 1, go! Freeze! Sword! Fire!
Yeah, if Cutter goes the direction you actually are pointing in, then it's extremely good. Where did he... Oh, there he is. Find him for a second there. That's the last one we're getting.
3, 2, 1.
Still invincible or just turned uninvincible? Alright, that's the flying machine one done.
I like how this picture's turning out. It's looking very adorable thus far. I know we can only kind of really just see the bottom left of it, but still. That is not a poke for me specifically, but it might be important. Oh, that actually is important. Give me one moment. Let me switch to intermission. Nothing serious, just something I do need to pay attention for my other job, i.e. the job I actually like. So I will be back in a moment. Alright, there we go. Yeah, nothing serious, just very quick Discord thing I had to fix. Not too terribly important. I mean, important, but again, not serious. Alright, open up pat. Oh, that just means like start an actual thing. Okay. Is there anything else that I can see that we can do that's on City Trial? Yeah, that's just exceeding the Dust Up Derby points. Use every copy ability, which I have no idea where Missile is. I literally don't recall seeing that icon at any point, so I'm not sure. Not sure where that would appear. Like I said, that could be in Top Ride. That genuinely could be in Top Ride mode, and that's why I haven't seen it. In Team Relay. Oh yeah, so that's an air ride. Race on 5 different courses in single race, but we're doing the beat 'em up thing. Obtain gummies during gameplay. That one you probably have to do with actual other players. Spend 30 minutes in paddocks. Play air ride 10 times. That's top ride. Yeah, most of those would be ones I would do with a second controller. We do need to battle Robo DDD, so I might go ahead and add that one on the list, because wasn't Mark's also on here as well? So yeah, maybe we'll do that really quick for Stadium, so I can just knock those out. There, that'll pick all of them, so we can just pick the 2 that we need. The good news is now we know that the legendary parts can appear even in a 1v1 like this. So I was genuinely starting to think, oh, maybe they can't. After 2 rounds of just not seeing them at all. But nope, I think we're good.
3, 2, 1, start!
If I get to that shadow, great. I'm going to take the Warp Star to get there a little faster.
Warp Star!
Whee!
Shadow Star!
I like some of the cool stuff people did for that, but like when it comes to me doing art stuff, it's on the writing side, less the creation for things. I've been told by multiple people I have a good eye for color, but that's about where my strengths end, I think, for art. Not fair. Most boxes contain the same item. That's only not fair if what's in them is crap. If what's in them is good, then that's great. Health? Yeah, no, that would be great for a Shadow Star.
Wheel!
I was going to say, does the sandbag contain the same items? Since it's not a crate, I would assume no. Say any chance we got a legendary part in there? Probably not, since that was one of the boxes that contained the same items. So if there was one before, it probably got shifted into something else anyway. Oh well. Oh right, I think the Vampire Star also copies abilities. Maybe it's not DeRoche, I'm thinking maybe you have to use the Vampire Star and copy abilities. Again, probably just one that you would have a second controller, and one person would have a Vampire Star, and the other would go and grab a copy ability and run back to you. I don't really need Steel Ball.
Fire!
Getting used when fighting Grand Wheelie. We'll see if we can knock him out. He is definitely running low on health. He is smoking. Stuck. There we go. I don't think that was at the buzzer, but it was pretty close to the buzzer. I think he was about to leave. Yes, please. Glide, yeah, I should be okay to get where we go.
Sword!
I know it's rare, but if... Let's start. Alright, where are you? That's a good way to get rid of your special if you don't want to accidentally hit it, is if you get something like a short race or a dust-up derby, is to use it and then fly into the ring. It seems to get rid of it.
3, 2, 1, start!
Got any legendary parts? I've not seen any. AI doesn't have any. There does not appear to be any on the ground at the moment. I'll say if this is one, then it's a little too late. Freeze. The offense is probably decently high. Everything is pretty high now. There's stat left to focus on. I think everything is about set.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time!
Yeah, I think the lowest stat was like 12. Oh, 11, excuse me. For probably the least valuable thing for specifically a boss fight. Alright, so marks are Robo DDD, huh? Oh, well, you're gonna choose Forest, but luckily that's one of the two we actually needed.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, we only have to battle him, not defeat him. When we did defeat him, this was the one power-up that we used. Oh, but I don't have any control over this anymore. It's lost the ability to be controlled. This machine is too insane. Like, I literally can't even stop. See what I mean? Like, there's just some points where you just literally cannot attack him at all. Actually, running everything and get knocked out faster. Oh, okay, apparently that color thing was part of the... Can anyone pick that up? Nope. Okay, can I get rid of this? Nope. Okay. Not my UFO. See, I hit him with like how many shots there and it did not do any damage at all. Like
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
yeah, there's just no way. You'd have to have like at least 3 people that know what they're doing, the human players that know what they're doing. Yeah, so you can see the point difference there. Like, basically 4 times the amount, 3 times the amount. That's a creepy looking reward that they gave us for that. But okay. So yeah, that's just Robo DDD left. I think he was, like, somewhere in here. Pretty sure he was. want to make sure, though. Because if we've already fought him on the online thing, then there's no point in wasting time. He says as he's wasting time looking through all these, trying to find Robo-DDD and wherever he is. Maybe we did already fight him, because I'm not seeing him anywhere. Oh, no, there he is. Alright, provided we get to pick our opponent, this should be the last versus boss one that we have to do. So ideally we'll get that and the Legendary Machine, or that and Dynablade if she would like to show up again. But you probably could convince me that maybe Dynablade can't show up on Team Battle like at all.
3, 2, 1, start!
Or at the very least not on a 1v1 Team Battle.
Shadow Star!
Check the garage just yet. See anything in the eyes? Excuse me? Oh, that literally just opened a portal and then immediately got rid of it once I went through, so that I couldn't go through there. Alright, I'll see how it is. Was there some, like, Legend of the Hidden Temple secret room or something in here all of a sudden? Saw a red box up there. I don't know if it'll still be there by the time I get to it. Sure, making machines power up. Maybe. We'll see. This is more of a, if I'm in that area, then sure. If not, no big deal. I was gonna blow up the battle chariot. That's like the worst vehicle in the game. It's the one I like the least anyway. Very glad I did not have to do any requirements with the battle chariot on air ride mode, because that would have been a pain. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of Flash. Where did you just send that? Perfect. Alright. He managed to pull that stun on me again. Riding UFOs. Did anyone want to ride on UFOs? Drill, thanks. You can drop that there. Try to get up to the floating island, I guess. Sure that my glide isn't that low. There is one up there. I don't think I can reach that, though. Special. Sudden that impossible is going to be quite possible. The rings, huh? Grab the ones on the ground than it will be in the air. Unless it's one like that where it's right there, and even then I still missed it.
Fighter. Cutter.
Nope, definitely don't want that. We've reached the point of even if there were any legendary parts, there is no getting them now. How I didn't hit that minus weight, but okay. Really helpful. Oh well.
Time.
All right. Do we get to make a choice, or is this going to be selected for us? It is selected for us, but that is also the one I wanted, so that worked out.
Power-ups? No, I guess there weren't any power-ups over there. Okay. The other CPU is still in here. We're gonna get a chance to damage you anymore? No? Okay. I guess not. I swear it feels like every power-up, I guess the best way to describe it is like, you can get one hit in with whatever power you've got, whether it's a copy ability or not, and then after that it's just like, oh no, that's it only does like the one hit. After that it won't do any more damage. And you have to switch to some other ability. So if you're on Needle, it's like, oh well now you need Fighter or Fire or the Fire Wings or the Spin Attack or even your Special, but it can't be the same thing multiple times. That's what it feels like anyway. Nice. That's actually kind of a funny looking picture. 94 out of 150. I think we are going to end there, though, because I do need to get a little bit of rest in before work tonight. And hopefully we'll get this archived. I don't know if there's one other or two other streams I need to archive. But either way, I'll try to my best to get those done tonight. It's going to be depending on if I'm on babysitting duty with second staff or not. If I'm not on babysitting duty, I'll get other stuff done. But since this is more of one I can just throw on in the background, if they are there, then I can get it taken care of at that point. Before we go, though, we can also go buy more things. Now we're on High Jaw. All machines are now ready to ride. I guess that means you have them available on all of them. So I guess Top Ride, they should all be available? I don't know about the legendary ones, but all the normal machines probably are. You've actually got me curious now. I gotta know. Yeah, I know, we haven't been in Top Ride. Yeah, I know. Don't worry, I'm aware. Yeah, it just looks like the base ones. It does look like there's one that should be here that's not, though. So maybe there is one you can unlock on here. Maybe it's the Compact Flight Star. I doubt it, but maybe. That's not what I meant to go to, but I did by accident. License card, the icons. Okay, that's all of those. All the street names, yes. I can now buy all of these. I'd be able to buy all these. Sure enough. One Token Crasher. Sure. Sounds like a great name. Themes. Definitely not going to be able to get all these. We'll get all the basic looking ones, I guess. Go. And now I'd rather keep what I have for that. So how many themes we got left here? Not a lot of themes left, and then we'll have the frames, which there's not too many of, and then a bunch of stickers. Like a lot of stickers. Well, not a lot. Look like there'd be more. So the good news is, it seems like, at least if you're going for 100%, that by the time you do everything on the challenge boards, you'll probably have enough for anything you need to buy. Because we're at, like, we're decent ways of the way through, and we've got 3 out of 5 done, and we're pretty decent way through 4. I know there are a lot of sounds, and they're decently expensive, though. There is a spot you can, like, view your overall amount, though. I just don't remember where it is. Where it gives you, like, the percentage, because we'd be at, like, 97% on City Trial, and 100% on Air Ride and Road Trip, and then 0% on Top Ride, and somewhere in the middle, / 2/3 for online mode. Ah, there it is. Just on this one. I just saw it in the corner. You can hit ZL for it. So yeah, 62% for online, 98% for City Trial. Top Ride still haven't started yet, and done with the other 2. And really, it's just a matter of waiting for the Dynablade thing. I'll have to do the remaining one with another player. Like, that one I technically can do alone, but also it would be way easy, even if with one other player, of being like, okay, we'll each put 2 people in this corner, and then we'll just look around for that cannon, and if we find it, just let the other player know, and they'll go join the other 2, and then you can get them with the cannon, all 3 of them. That would be the easiest way to do it, I think. Technically, you could do that with 4 people, where you've got 4 people searching, and then everybody could get back into a specific corner or specific area. Either one, but Either way. For now, though, we are going to end things off here. Schedule this week for me is going to be wonky, as is tradition, because I have to stay late Tuesday morning for a work breakfast thing that I don't want to do. Yay, that's exciting. Other than that, I believe I have Thursday, Friday off, but I'll probably be busy both of those days, question mark. Not entirely sure, truthfully. It'll be kind of a play it by ear, but maybe I'll do something in the afternoon for like Wednesday or Saturday. And the week after that's looking more free, thankfully. So we'll see. Also, I see our scheduler has given himself 4 days off. That's nice of him to do that for himself, while other people are only getting 2. Must be nice. Must be nice. Oh, but he does have to get them up and off to school, so that's worth a laugh. Haha, got him. Alright, cool. That'll do it for me. Thank you all for watching, and again, I'll try to get these archived. Pretty much everything else is archived, so you can check that in the link below, but I should get the rest of that done within the next day or two. Alright, take care, y'all, and I will see you in the next one when we'll probably keep trying to chip away at that Dynablade thing. I might start doing some other of the quote-unquote online modes, so switching it to Air Ride. After we get those 50 kills in the Dust Up Derby, we might switch the stadium events, so we can keep working on online mode while we're waiting for that last thing in City Trial to pop. And then once I've gotten everything I feel I can in online, we'll finally go to top-down and actually, you know, like, play that for once. Because the mode's actually not that bad, it's just not as exciting as everything else. It's a bit unfortunate. It's definitely not like an F-tier mode or anything, but like, when you're a, you know, like B- tier in a room full of S's and A's, then obviously you're gonna get overlooked. Oh well. Alright, catch you all probably sometime later this week. Take care.